Okay, so on the today's session of search engine marketing, we will learn about the different platform for PPC advertisements or different platform for SEM advertisement or search engine marketing advertisements. So search engine marketing platforms make PPC ads. We have two different kind of advertisement there. Google ads, formerly known as AdWords, and second one is Bing ads. These are the most popular PPC advertisement channels on search engine. We have also PPC ads on social media, but we are learning about search engine marketing. So we will learn about search engine PPC advertising. And in search engine PPC advertising, we have two platforms. Number one is Google Ads. Google Ads is most widely used for search engine marketing. Why? Because of the billions of searches we do on Google search engine. There are around more than 7 to 8, 6 to 7 billion active users on a Google search engine or a Google map. And on the average, Google process over 40,000 searches every single second. So how in 1 second, 40,000 people are searching on a Google any search query or any question they have. So now estimate the size of targeted audiences you can get from a Google. So if you want to do PPC advertising, the best platform for SEM marketing will be Google Ads, because you can target your audiences and you can present your product in front of the largest online audience. And the downside is that using a Google AdWord is that the competition is too high on this platform, because this is the highest generating audience. They are generating around 40,000 searches every single second. They have active users around 5 to 6 billion. So obviously when there is that much of audience and that much of keywords people are searching on a Google, so obviously companies are also investing lots of money. So you will find the CPC, that means cost per click, really high on this Google ad, as well as competitive analysis. That means how many companies are competing on that single keyword will be really high. That is the downside of using a Google ad. So the pro of using a Google ad is the number of searches every single second people are doing on a Google and the number of users Google have. And the downside is that the competitive level, because millions of companies are competing on a single keyword. For example, digital marketing. Around a million of people are competing for that single keyword. Or if million of people are bidding on a single keyword, so it's really hard to beat their bid, because most of those out of those millions are really big companies and they can bid 1,000, 2,000 or 5,000. It doesn't hit their marketing campaign budget. So that's the problem with the Google ad, because the competition level is too high and most of the companies are targeting a same keyword. So how you can come above this downside? By targeting other type of keyword which are not targeted by those companies. So you have to be really good on keyword research. That's why in search engine optimization or in search engine marketing, highest paid job or highest job vacancy is for keyword researcher. It's a really simple job. Just knowledge of few tools, answer the public, Uber Suggest or SEMrush or Moz or Ahrefs, and just sit on your laptop and start doing keyword research and check the strength, intent, competitive analysis, CPC. But they have the highest job in search engine marketing, because this keyword will decide whether your content will rank higher or lower or how much bid you will make, because there is too much competition on a Google ad. Using the Bing ad. What is the importance of using the Bing ad? And this is the second platform for PPC advertising for search engine, is that Bing ad claim that they can reach you to the 3 million searcher that Google can't reach. 3 million means 30 lakh people. They can show your product to 30 lakh people, which Google can't do. That means those 30 lakh people don't use Google. They use Bing. So there are lots of security issues with Google or Gmail. So in the Western countries or in the USA, people don't use Gmail or Google a lot. Same thing with countries like China. In country, they don't use Google or they don't use even Bing. They use their own search engine, which is Baidu. You will advertisement on Baidu if you are targeting Chinese country. If you are targeting global community, so you will also consider Bing ad too. The other benefit of using a Bing ad is that Bing will publish your content on partner site too, and the partner site are Yahoo or MSN. MSN and Yahoo are also a search engine, so you don't need to separately advertise on Yahoo or MSN. Just do advertisement on a Bing, and they will show your advertisement on other platform too, like Yahoo and MSN. Bing advertisement for you will Bing advertise on Bing only when you are targeting those who are not using Google. Otherwise, there is no point of advertising on Bing, especially in India. There is no point of advertising on a Bing in India. That's why we are not teaching you Bing advertisement. We are not teaching you Bing analytic tool unless you are targeting a global community. If you are selling your product to a global community, if your customers are from abroad, then you need to learn about the Bing advertisement or Bing analytics. But there is no need to worry about that because both PPC work in the same way. Here is a manual bidding, here is a manual bidding. They also have a quality score, they also have a quality score. They also prefer landing pages. Google Ads also prefer landing pages. So both are almost same. The difference is that the Bing ads you will use to target those who are not using Google. Around those 3 million people. The perk of using Bing ad will be the CPC. The cost per click you will pay will be really less as compared to the Google ads. If you are getting around 10 rupees per click on Google, so on Bing ad you can get around 1 or 2 rupees per click, maybe less than that, 50 paisa. Why? Because you can target larger audiences and the competition level is really less. No one is targeting their customers or targeted audience on Bing as search engine because the number of less users they have. There are also other types of search like Safari, AskFM.com. It's up to you which you want to use. Now, keywords are a really important part of any search engine marketing, whether it's a search engine optimization or PPC advertising. Keywords are really important. When you are doing search optimization, you are using those keywords in headline, title tag, meta description, in your paragraph, in your subheading. Here, you are bidding on those keywords. When you are bidding on those keywords, so it becomes really important for you to choose right keyword for your PPC advertising. Because if you are bidding on a wrong keyword, that means you are wasting your money. For example, if I'm bidding on a keyword of digital marketing and my goal is to generate a student from my digital marketing course, so I will generate lots of click on my website, but the conversion will be zero. Why? Because I'm targeting digital marketing. Digital marketing is not a right keyword for me. I should target keyword like best digital marketing courses or PG certification in digital marketing or master program in digital marketing or best institute of digital marketing. I should target that type of keyword. That type of keyword will help me to increase the conversion. So keyword is really important of any search engine marketing campaign. And there are different type of keywords in search engine marketing. Number one is broad match keyword. So what are the broad match keywords? So broad match keyword target variation of a term that include similar phrases, singular or plural, misspelling, synonyms of the targeted term. So let's say, for example, if someone typing virtual assistant on search engine bar, virtual assistant is a keyword. So Google will show my content on my website, or Google will rank my website for other type of variant too. And those variant are like virtual assistant. Virtual assistant is a plural form of virtual assistant. You can see that they add extra s. Or online assistant. Online assistant is a synonym of virtual assistant. And the virtual team, that is totally a different type of keyword but also a synonym. Or maybe someone type a wrong keyword or misspell the keyword, because lots of the time those people who are typing on a Google search engine, they misspell the keyword, so they misspell the search query. Maybe they don't know the exact spelling of that keyword, or maybe because they are in hurry. So if you are targeting broad match keywords on a Google search engine, so Google will show you a result for every single similar phrase or singular or plural term or misspelling or synonym. So it can totally change your keyword. You are targeting keyword of virtual assistant, but they will also rank your website for virtual assistants, online assistant, virtual team, that kind of things. So these will come into the broad match keyword if you're targeting broad match keyword. Now come to the phrase match keyword. That means the phrase should match with the keyword you are targeting. So the phrase match keyword target the exact phrase plus any phrase that have word that come before or after the keyword. If you are not okay with like virtual assistants or misspelling or changing into a synonym, so what you will do, you will go with phrase exact match. So phrase exact match will be like something like that. If you are targeting virtual assistant, so they will show your website or they will rank your website only for those people who are typing virtual assistant. They can do one more thing. They can add one extra word and or two extra word at the starting or the end of your keyword. For example, if you're targeting virtual assistant, they can add something like a find a virtual assistant. Someone type a find a virtual assistant, they will rank your website. Someone will type hire a virtual assistant, they will rank your website. So if someone typing virtual assistant, they will show your website. If someone typing hire a virtual assistant, they will show your website. If someone type best virtual assistant, they will show your website. Or 10 best virtual assistant, they will show your website. So exact match means the keyword will match exactly. There will be no change into a keyword, not a single word will be changed into a keyword, but they will add one or two extra words on starting or end of your keyword, and that is known as phrase match keyword. Now come to the exact match keyword. That means the exactly match with the keyword you want to bid on and the searcher is searching on, like best digital marketing courses. So those who search best digital marketing courses, only then my advertisement will appear. Otherwise, my advertisement will not appear. So this is the best type of keyword you will target when you are looking for transaction, some kind of a transaction on your website. You are not looking for website traffic. If you are looking for website traffic, you will go with broad. And when you are looking for conversion, you will go with exact match keyword. So exact match keyword target that words that are very closely related to the targeted term. This include misspelling, singular or plural term, abbreviation, recorded reorder word, or closely related word with the same search intent of the exact term. So it look like same with broad keyword, but the difference between broad and exact match keyword is that they are not using the synonyms and they are not using the different type of words which are meaning same with your keyword. In exact match keyword, they will just show your website or rank your website for misspelling, because lots of people, 70 to 80% people misspell when they type something on a Google search engine. Some of do that because they know don't the exact spelling. Some do it because they are in really hurry. So that's why in the exact match keyword, Google show or rank your website even for misspelling as well as for singular or plural terms, because maybe someone is looking for one t-shirt or someone is looking for more than one t-shirt. So maybe someone typing t-shirt for man or someone is typing for t-shirts for man. So do you don't want to miss that customer who will typing a plural term. So that's why exact match singular, plural, misspelling, and abbreviation. Abbreviation means that you are using a short form of your word, like social media marketing, also known as SMM, search engine optimization, also known as SEO. So if someone typing search engine optimization, sorry, SEO, someone is typing SEO keyword and the keyword you are bidding on search engine optimization, Google will show or rank your website. Why? Because it's the aberration form. So the exact match are the most important type of the keyword, and Google will show your rank your website for those people or those targeted audiences who are typing that keyword on a search engine, or those who are misspelling or singular typing or singular plural term, or using the abbreviation, or maybe a some type a closely related keyword, not broadly related, really closely related keyword. Now the next one is negative keyword. That negative keyword part I already told you in the Google Keyword Planner tool that time. So negative keyword are really important for any PPC advertising. So negative keyword exclude terms that you don't want to target. Let's say I want to target for batch digital marketing courses, and I am going with the fresh match. So in the fresh match or the broad match or in the exact match, Google add one or two extra word at the end of your keyword. So if someone types free digital marketing courses, Google will rank my website on the first page or on the top page. Still, my keyword is not matching with the keyword customer is searching on internet. Still, they will show me because I am going with the broad match. Google is going with the broad match or fresh match, unless I'm going with the exact match. So in that case, we will use negative keywords on our Google Keyword Planner or Google advertisement. Like I will use a free as a negative keyword. So whenever someone type a free on their search query, whether they are using that free word on the starting and or center part, Google will not rank my website. So negative keywords are the variation of broad message, phrase message, and exact message keyword that you don't want to use in your campaign. These terms may be semantically related to your keyword, but unrelated to the searcher intent of the target term, because our search intent is transaction. We want them to student to enroll for our courses, and our courses are paid courses. Our courses are online courses. So what I will do, I will put a negative keyword of offline, or I will put a negative keyword of free, or those who are looking for short-term courses of 1 week or 2 weeks, I will add those into negative keyword. So when someone add these kind of things on their website or on their search query, my website will not rank. So using negative keywords is really important if you don't want to uh, appear on the keywords which you are not targeting. So clear about all four types of keywords. Okay.
Yes,
सर
sir.
Sorry.
सर जो नेगेटिव कीवर्ड्स हैं वो हम इसलिए यूज करते हैं बेसिकली कि जो सर्विस या जो भी डिजिटल मार्केटिंग है फॉर एग्जांपल तो जो हम प्रोवाइड नहीं कर रहे.
Exactly. Because you are bidding on those keywords. Now imagine a situation when you are targeting your customer for per click, and you are paying around 20 or 30 or 40 rupees per click, and your result are showing on the first rank when customer are typing the keyword, but they are not actually interested in your product. Let's say lots of people are interested in free digital marketing courses. So they go to Google and type free digital marketing courses. So every single digital marketing institute who is providing digital marketing courses are bidding on that keyword. They are bidding on the keyword of digital marketing courses. Every single institute is bidding on keyword, and keyword is digital marketing courses. But Google always go for broad match or exact match or phrase match. In those all three, Google adds some kind of addition. They make it plural, or they add some extra one word or two word at the end of the sentence. Now you are paying 20 rupees per click if someone type digital marketing courses, and Google will rank your website. But the person is typing, and lots of audiences is typing free digital marketing courses, because it's a really big audience on a Google. Lots of people typing free audience, free digital marketing courses. Now your website will appear for those people. Google will rank your website on the search engine pages for those people who are looking for free digital marketing courses. So every time they will click on your website, they will visit your website and they will find out, oh, your content is paid. So they will close your website and go to other website. That means your CTR is going low, your bounce rate is going high, and you are paying 20 or 40 or 50 rupees. That means the bidding of your keyword, or for those people who are actually looking for a free course. So what we will do, we will use free as a negative keyword. So next time when someone type free word on that their search query, starting, middle, or end part, our content or our website will not rank. If someone type offline, and offline is our negative word, so our content will not. Our content only rank when someone type online or best digital marketing courses. So that is the negative keyword. So any keyword you want to hide, you don't want to show your content for that keyword, hide it. For example, let's say someone is looking for a specific brand t-shirt like Jara, and you are not selling Jara product. You are selling every single brand product, but you are not selling Jara product. So when someone type t-shirt for women or t-shirt for men, so your content will also appear. Or maybe they type t-shirt, sorry, I said wrong. If someone type t-shirt for women or Jara t-shirt for women, your content will also appear. You are not selling it, still your content will appear, and they will click on your website, but they will not find the Jara t-shirt on your website. So you are wasting your money. So the content or the keyword you want to hide, put on action. So next time when they type that keyword, your content will not rank. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's come to the next part. After the keywords, after picking what type of keyword you will target broad match or phrase match or exact match, or you will go with negative keyword. The second thing is about targeting. How you will target your audience on search engine marketing or PPC advertising. So PPC advertising is totally different as compared to social media advertising. In a PPC advertisement, we targeted them in a 4-way. Number one is location targeting. Location targeting set ads only to people in a certain location or pin code or a geographical area. Like I want to show my content all over the India, or maybe in Asia or Malaysia or USA, maybe in Delhi, maybe only in Jalandhar, maybe only in Mumbai, or maybe in a certain pin code of 000011. So I can target any location, particularly by their pin code. If I want to target a specific location, let's say I want to target a small part of a city, like Delhi. Delhi is a really big city, and I want to target only the Connaught Place, or maybe the Moti Bagh area or the Lajpat Nagar area. So I will put the code of that area, pin code of that area. Let's say I want to target whole Delhi. So I will type the Delhi there, city name. If I want to target more than one city, so I will add Delhi, Jaipur, Mumbai, Pune. If I want to target whole India, I will type India location there. So you can target your audience on the base of the pin code or geographical area. The second thing about the targeting on search engine marketing is ads schedule targeting. So you can schedule your ad on a certain time, on a certain day, or specific hours. It's not like that you are running your advertisement 24 hours in a day or 7 days in a week. If you think, and if your analytics tell you that the most sale or the most website traffic you are generating in that particular time or in that particular day, you can schedule your post for that. For example, lots of people do shopping on Friday evening because it's a Black Friday sale, or maybe it's Saturday or Sunday. So you can schedule your post for that day. Or let's say lots of the people do online shopping at evening 6 to 10 p.m. when they are free from their schools or colleges or from their offices. So you can schedule your advertisement for particular that time. So you can schedule your ad for any particular day or any particular week or any particular time. So that is another part of search engine targeting. The third point is the demographic targeting. Demographic targeting means you can target people on the base of their age or gender. And it's really important part of targeting because buying habit of every gender is different. Male, female, and other types of gender. Every gender buy their product differently. Their buying habit are differently. Same with the age. Every age buy product differently. So you can execute, like, let's say I am digital marketing courses. So for me, gender doesn't matter. I target every gender, but age matter for my business. So I target people who are in age of 21 plus, starting from 21 to 35-year-old, because only those want digital marketing, not someone below 21 year or not someone above 35 year. So demography is really important part when you are advertising, even in e-commerce sector too. If you are selling a product for like a women t-shirt, women sari, women accessories, makeup, so obviously you will not go with all gender, you will go only with the women gender. Then you will also go with the age. Obviously, if you are selling dresses, so your primarily age will be, you will target will be around 15 to 16 to around 27 or 28 maximum. There is a customer about 27 too, but the maximum customer you will get from 15, 16 to 27-year-old. When you are targeting customer for, let's say, ethnic wear, sarees or suit, so you can target people from around 18 to 40 or 45-year-old. So age and demographics really matter for every single product. That's why it's a part of SEM marketing. And next is device marketing. Device marketing, you can actually choose which device you want to target. You want to target mobile devices or phone devices or tablets or desktop or laptop. You can actually choose. Some of the PPC advertising platform give you an option of choosing a device company. Like I want to target those who are using iPhone, or I want to target those who are using OnePlus. I want to target those who are using Samsung, or those who are using Airtel SIM or a Geo SIM. Some of the PPC advertisement like LinkedIn provide that kind of feature too. So these are the four main type of search engine marketing targeting. Demographics, targeting them by with their gender or their age. Device targeting, which device they are using. If you want to target only the mobile users, or if you want to target only the desktop user, or if you want to target only the tablet users, or scheduling your ad on a definite time or a certain time or certain day or a certain period, or targeting people on the base of the location they live. They live in a certain pin code or a city or a state or a country or a continent, or you want to target globally. Now, the next thing, after choosing the type of keyword you are targeting and learning about the parameters of targeting, next thing you have to learn about the how to set the parameter, how to create your marketing campaign of digital PPC advertising. Now you know everything about advertising, PPC advertising theoretically. Now let's say you want to start your PPC advertising campaign. So first thing what you have to do, you have to set a parameter, or you can also say it to set a goal for your PPC advertising. Without a parameter, you risk your ad being untargeted or ineffective. So your target can be, your parameter can be your target audiences or the type of campaign you are running. For example, you are running a lead generation campaign or brand awareness campaign or conversion campaign or site traffic campaign or engagement campaign. So that is your parameter. First thing before advertising on any search engine marketing platform is that setting up your parameter. And when you set up your parameter, these are the four things you have to ask yourself before setting your parameter. Who you want to target? That means which type of audience you want to target, by gender wise, by age wise, by location wise, by their buying habits, or what type of keyword they are searching. The second, the theme of your campaign. That means Is it a sales copy? Is it just information? Or it is about a navigation? Or it's about a display advertising? Or it's about a text-based advertisement? The theme of your campaign is also important. The third is how you will measure your success. You have to set some type of a goal, and you have to measure your success. Did you achieve that goal or not? Like, I want to generate 1,000 sale in the month of June. So this is your goal, and how you measure it. So for that, you need some kind of tools to measure your success. Example of Google Analytics or SEMrush. Type of campaign you will run. That means lead generation, brand awareness, conversion, store traffic, shopping, or YouTube advertising, any type of campaign. So that is how you will set your parameter when you will take your first step towards PPC advertising. The second step for PPC advertising is creating your goal and goal metrics. Goal will be like brand awareness or lead generation or conversion or shopping. And metric will be how you will analyze that you are reaching your goal or not. You can also call it KPI to measure your success of your goal. For brand awareness, it is how familiar to your target audience in which your company. If you want to create awareness, if you want to create penetration, if you want to create brand visibility, you will go with brand awareness campaign. And brand awareness campaign, you will create a brand awareness ad copy. Brand awareness ad copy will be something like a video advertisement on a YouTube, or maybe an educational blog. It is an example of a brand awareness, a blog and a video advertisement. So whenever you are running a brand awareness campaign on PPC advertising, you will go with blogging or video based advertisement on a YouTube. And to measure the success of your brand awareness campaign, the number of views you are getting on your YouTube, the numbers of like or subscription you are getting on your YouTube channel, the number of watch hour you are getting on your YouTube channel will tell you about your brand popularity and brand awareness. The site traffic you are generating from your blog will also tell you the success of your brand awareness campaign, or the surveys people taking on your social media handles or on your blogs, also example of brand awareness. So remember that the brand awareness, the ad copy you will create will be like blog or videos. Now come to the lead generation. Lead generation is totally different from brand awareness. Wherein brand awareness, our main goal is presenting our company product in front of our potential customer. Our goal is not selling. Our goal is just presenting our company product or our company name in front of our potential customer. Lead generation is totally different from that. Lead generation, our goal is diverting the traffic from advertisement to our landing page where they can take certain kind of a action, and that action is filling a form and providing the information like email id, phone number, address, name, or other kind of information you need from your customer. If you are running advertisement, PPC advertisement for bank, then they need your date of birth, their phone number, the PAN card number. If you're running advertisement for digital marketing agency, then they need your phone number, email ID, and your company name and your professional email ID. So for lead generation campaign, they will divert into your website. So you need to create an ad copy, and that ad copy will be text based on search engine pages, or it can be display advertisement, because display advertisement can lead better conversion, a better diversion of traffic into website pages. So there are lots of websites who are showing advertisement on their website, and they are partnered with Google. They monetize their website. So Google show your advertisement on their website. So you can go with display advertising with a really good content, which intrigue your customers, potential customer, to click on the advertisement and visit your website and mention the detail, their personal detail. And for that case, you need to also work on your landing page too. In lead generation campaign, you have to work on landing page ad copy too. You can't work on only your sales copy, advertisement copy. You'll also work on your landing page copy too. Also, you need to use tool like Google Analytics to measure the conversion. And that conversion is those who are filling a form. How many people are visiting your landing page, a lead generation campaign, and they are not filling a lead generation form. You need to find out if 1,000 people are visiting my website, out of 1,000 people, how many are filling this form. To find out, we put a Google Analytic code on our website. So every time someone fills the form, that HTML code load, and we paste that code on thank you page. So every time they submit, click on the submit button, it redirects them to a thank you page. On the thank you page, we have pasted a Google Analytic code, and every time that code load, that means someone filled the form. Because the traffic comes from various platforms. Traffic comes from social media, traffic comes from organically, traffic comes from referrals, and traffic comes from advertisement. How you will find out which one is advertisement traffic and which one is organic traffic? Let's say 100 people fill your form and you thought, oh, my company is successful, 100 lead I generated. Maybe all those 100 leads came organically from Instagram or Facebook or from referral, and 0 came from advertisement. To find out how many actually came from advertisement, you had to put a thank you page, Google Analytics on your thank you page. Now, a third type of goal is offer and promotion one. That's a really important one in the PPC advertising or social media advertising, because offer promotion is a great if you are running a limited time offer and product or some kind of a discount on your product. And you can create a dedicated sign up page or a unique discount code for these kind of offer promotion campaigns. Next one is sales. If you are selling a product directly from your website, especially in the e-commerce sector, you will run a sale in PPC advertising campaign. And again, you will use a CMS, customer management system software. HubSpot is an example of that, or attribution reporting. Attribution reporting means how many people are engaging with your content and taking action on your content. After 1 day they are visiting your website, or 2 days or 3 days, which time they are visiting, everything you will find in this attribution reporting. So you have to use this kind of software or attribution reporting to find out the number of sales you are making from your PPC advertisement. The fifth goal or goal metric will be site traffic. The number of high quality website traffic you are generating on your website from the advertisement, or whether you're on a blog page or on the YouTube video. And to measure the success, again, you have tools like Google Analytics, Google Search Console, YouTube Insight, or SEMrush, or Mojo Ahrefs. So these are the main goals you have to set when you are running advertisement on PPC or search engine marketing and the platform like Google and Bing Ads. And every goal have a goal metric. Brand awareness have a goal metric to measure the site traffic or engagement. Site traffic have a goal metric to measure how many people are visiting you. Sale have a metric to how many people purchase from your website, and you can use CMS tool or attribution reporting to find out that. Offer promotion and how many people are signing up on that or using that unique discount code. If you use a unique discount code only for PPC advertising, you can actually find out how many people are coming from PPC. And brand lead generation, how many are actually visiting your website and filling a lead generation form, and you can use a Google Analytics code on the thank you page. Now, after choosing or setting up the parameter or setting up the goal and metrics, the next thing you have to learn about a PPC advertising before publishing advertisement is type of campaign you will run. There are different kind of campaign or search engine marketing. Number one is search ad. Search ads are the most common type of PPC advertising, and that refer to a ad that show up on search engine result pages. When you type something like digital marketing or bad digital marketing courses or data science courses or t-shirt for men, the result appear, the top 4 website appear are the example of search engine marketing or search ad, because they are appearing on search pages, they are appearing on search engine, whether they are appearing with an image or they are appearing without an image. Because when you search anything on search engine page about a product, so you will see the product photo, product price, product review, and product description. They are also example of search ads or shopping ads. The second type of advertisement is display ad. Display advertisement are the advertisements usually which are image based and which are published on external website. So those who monetize their website with Google AdSense, Google plays your advertisement on those channels. So if you want to show display ad, and display ad are really important part of any advertising, because images bring more conversion. So you can also use display advertising, and there are lots of Google display network. There are millions of websites which are showing advertisement from Google. So you can also use display ad. They're also a part of PPC advertising. So you have to choose, you want to go with search ads or you want to go with display ads. A third one is remarketing. Remarketing means when we are targeting those who have taken any kind of action on our website. Let's say someone visited our website but didn't buy a product or fill a lead generation form. Someone read our blog and did not click on call to action button. Or maybe someone actually buy a product from us and we don't want to target them again because it's a one-time product, like our digital marketing course. If you take a digital marketing course from our site, you don't need to do it again. You got your degree, you got your certification. So remarketing is really important. You can use cookies which browser safe. Cookies means the IP address or what kind of action you are taking on someone's website, or the list of contact, because we collect all the information from our customer. So we can use customer information or cookies to engage with our audience, whether they take any action or those who don't take any action. For example, if I don't want to target those who buy a product from us earlier, I will upload the list there. If I want to target those who visited my website but didn't buy a product, so I will choose a remarketing ad, and I will target those who visited my website from last 10 days or 15 days. We also call them custom audiences or remarketing. And the example is open Amazon, Myntra, check a product, don't buy it, and close the window. From next 2 to 3 days, you will start seeing the advertisement of same product at every single platform. That is the example of remarketing. Now the fourth one is Google Shopping. Google Shopping is most effective type of email marketing campaign for e-commerce website. That include image, reviews, product description, and the product price when you type a certain keyword. So if you are selling like a women t-shirt and you want to target women, so when the next time a woman will type keyword women t-shirt under 2000 or just a women t-shirt, your product will appear with the image, description, review, and the product price. So these are the 4 main type of advertisement in the PPC. Now I will show you practically every single type of advertisement. Number 1 is search ad advertisement. So this is the example of search ad. I will type here on the search engine bar, Bash digital marketing courses, like this. Bash digital marketing course, this is the keyword I am typing, and every single company is bidding on those keywords. Simplilearn, IMK, DigiGrade, and Coursera. All those are bidding in this keyword, and all those are example of a search ad because I am using a search engine. The advertisement is on search engine. This is example of a search ad. Now, the second example was the display ads. So I will again open a new window and I will type here 1 plus 9, like this. So you can see these are the example of a search engine display advertisement. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh, we were on the display ad, na? So these are not the display advertisement. Sorry. Display advertisement will be like this. Like I will show you a website of a Gadget 360. This is a website, and every single newspaper or article writer or a blogger using Google AdSense to monetize their website. And what Google do? Google show advertisement on their website. So let's say I am selling a product and I want to advertise on display network. I will create some image and run a display advertisement, and my advertisement will be appear on every single website like this. Adobe Photoshop, they are using display-based advertising. This is example of a display ad. This is example of a display ad. And the Savan.com, JioSavan, it's example of a display ad. This is a sponsor, another example of a display ad. So these are the example of a display ad. Also a search engine marketing ad. Why? Because they are externally promoting your content on their partner website. Google is promoting your content on their partner website, and they are promoting it in a display version. This is an example of a display advertising. Search one is this one, and display one is this one. Or any single newspaper, Times of India, Hindustan Times, or you can check actually YouTube channels, those who monetize their YouTube channel, also example of a display advertising. Now the next one was the shopping ads. See the shopping ad, I will type here on a search engine bar like T-shirt for men. Like this. These are the example of a Google shopping advertising. You can see ad written here. All those companies are advertising. All those companies are doing PPC. All those companies are bidding on a keyword of T-shirt for men. And every product have their product name, price, company name, and some of time they also show the review to you. And if you click here on the shopping part like this, every single one is a part of advertisement. And that's really important, and this is really popular in e-commerce website. Now the fourth one was retargeting one. I can't show you the retargeting one because in retargeting one is something like that. The product you are actually looking, but you are not buying it, so they will retarget you again and again. So next time when you open an application and you see a product which you are looking 1 day or 2 days earlier on any website, and you saw the advertisement of same company or same product, that is example of retargeting ad marketing campaign. So there are 4 types of ad marketing campaign on a search engine marketing. Search ad, which will appear on search engine pages. Display ad, which will appear on the partner website or external website or a Google search network. Then the retargeting ad, when we are targeting those who take certain kind of action on our website. Or the 4th type, Google shopping ads for e-commerce website, those who are selling product directly from website and they are bidding and they want to sell more product by advertising on Google search engine or the partner website. So that's all for today. So any question, any doubt you guys have regarding the keywords or the type of advertisement or the parameters, you can ask.
Sir,
Yes.
Yes,